A better life awaits those that have a thorough regime, cause where he's from is full of drug lines, guns and the fiends. He calls it home, but the government, they call it the streets, where people get stabbed and then their mums have to grieve.
If you had to say something towards the youth of this day, what would you say to them in terms of music and general lifestyle?
I think more lifestyle, I have more answers to give than just music, because I feel like not everyone's route in life is music. I feel like for me, I'm doing it for time. I've been doing it since I was 13. I've been doing it when I was in the trap, when I was out the trap, when I was doing what I was doing. And I feel like for lifestyle, I feel like the kids of this day and age should not be listening to people who they glamorize as elders, because the elders are only using you for money. You're not their boy. They don't care about you. Like, in all respect, I've had people who are younger than me moving food for me, but I've never cared about them. I don't care what your mum says, your dad says, she dies, she doesn't die. You're making me peas, you're bringing me my bread. That's it. That's all the game is, in every aspect, fraud, whatever it is. That's the aspect of music. That's the aspect of how they make money. Not music, sorry, lifestyle.
In terms of like the music side of maybe upcoming artists that are quite younger than yourself, what kind of like advice would you give to them?
I'd just kind of say to follow what they want to do, like what they want to do in life. Basically with music, if they want to be a drill rapper, they can be a drill rapper, but just know that what you're promoting isn't right. If you want to actually have a message and push that, you'll go way farther than just, yeah, let me stab this guy. Yeah, it sounds hard, and I'm not gonna lie, we both probably listen to that kind of thing on the sly, and it's great and it's hard, but it doesn't do much. Labels aren't gonna scout you if you're wearing a mask and you're talking about stabbing a man. If you have a beat that's a drill beat and you're promoting something positive or something good or relating to your past life, then cool, push that. But I'd say never give up in your dream. Don't listen to even your mum. It sounds harsh, but don't listen to your mum, because she wants the best for you, but she doesn't know what the best is for you, because she hasn't lived your shoes. You've lived your movie. Word to Saint before he said live your movie, because you have to always live what your life is, not what your mum's is, your dad's is, your boys is, your neighbours is, your uncle, your dog, whatever. It's your life. In every aspect, not just music, in life. If you get involved in a heartbreak, don't listen to your boys saying, "Oh, get back with her, don't get back with her." Just do what you feel right. Yeah, because it's your judgment. You have your judgment. It's your body. You feel how you feel.
What's your passion in terms of in life? Is it music specifically, or is it there's other aspects in life that you want to pursue as well?
There's a lot of, good question, there's a lot of other aspects. I feel like with the music, if I made enough bread from music and I was listening to enough, then I feel what I would do is I'd invest in a restaurant. And I'd have a restaurant business and I'd run that, because I've been in hospitality, I've worked my 9 to 5s, got my stripes, got my colours. I would just rather invest in even a pub or a restaurant, but also have the music that's something that I am passionate about. If I go to studio, it's my passion, I'm there for hours. Ask Maniac, I'm there 6 hours, 7 hours, just grinding on one thing. And that's to bring the message out and to have good quality content.
Of course, yeah. What would you say your content is based around, if you get what I mean? As in, like,
what, music-wise?
Yeah.
I feel it's from how I was brought up. Brought up without a dad. My mum's doing both roles, father and mother. And I never really had a connect with that. So as we were saying earlier, like growing up in areas, and you're being a single child to a single mother, I'm guessing, or just the dad of the house, the father of the house, I feel like you have to do something quick. As soon as that drastic change hits you, that you're the only man in this house, you want to either make money quick or you want to go into work. What I'm trying to promote is don't do my route and don't go into whatever, I'm not talking about it on camera, but whatever, and go get the 9 to 5, go apply for jobs, even if you start somewhere low, but you're making peas. You're making probably more peas than people your age. If you start at 13 and you're even a KP in a restaurant, by the time you get to 2021, you can be a manager.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? You can manage a restaurant, and then from then on, you're 21 with 60k, 70k salary, and you've made your bread. You've made your bread. You're making more than other people at 21.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be the guy who goes to uni and gets yacked and goes party and chases gal, because at the end of the day, that ain't gonna bring you no joy. It's gonna bring you no joy. All it's gonna do is bring problems.
100%.
But yeah, that's what I kind of believe. I think the ends kind of inspires everything. like the gritty side of everything. I love gritty sides of things. If I go to an area, like, not to put anyone under the bus, like Chigwell, Hainault sides, I feel like I'm in Conch. Because it's so beautiful. If I go into Essex, Chelmsford side, I think I'm in Conch because it's so beautiful, it's different. You know, we're going out Leytonstone Station, we're seeing people pinning up, we're seeing people that you have to, you know, you shot to pinning up in front of you and overdosing. You see shit like that, that kind of also gives you your anger and your drive towards pushing something out that's positive. So I'm just trying to numb all of that and get the influence and the inspiration from the ends and provide content that isn't glorifying the hood. Majority East London, I don't really venture out, but East London is majority the place where I want my shit to be.
This is where, like, you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my comfort. Anywhere in East London is comfort. Yeah.
100%.
For me. I mean, if I venture out, it's not like I'll be uncomfortable or shook. I'll just be a bit more alert. Like I don't know what's going on because I'm not from that area.
Yeah.
So, you know, people could have, like in East London the other day, my boy called me saying, "Oh, by the way, be careful when you go, yo, because there's an uprising of guys who've just gone out of jail. There might be passer, you never know. Check your shoulders, be good." From then, I check my shoulders every 5 minutes. I don't care. I've got people around there. I'm good. I'm straight. I got myself. Like I don't care.
You stick to your own.
Yeah, but you got to understand that there's a lot of people nowadays who are rolling packs, rolling gangs, just for the purpose of passer,
It's true.
and there's no need.
Brings up to another question. What do you reckon is different about the old generation of music compared to this new generation of music?
I think the new generation of music are trying to do like TikTok songs that are gonna pop and they're gonna make their peas. And all respect to them, the songs are hard. I was speaking earlier about that Leo Stay Chill guy who's done that Fling the Shoulder thing, and he's made peas, and he's got features with loads of other artists, and he's gonna get pushed by Sony hopefully. But these things all come from the catchy beats, and the catchy lyrics. Back in the day, the songs used to talk about how they were living. 50 Cent, Eminem. Eminem's probably one of the hardest guys who does it. Now you've got people like Rapman. We got Rapman. You've got people like Ard Ads. You'll see about Ard Ads afterwards. But Ard Ads is also someone who's also been through a lot, and he hasn't glamorized it. Now Ard Ads has stopped doing the music thing. He's focusing on his deen and he's done the jewelry business. Cool. He's out of the game.
Yeah.
He's out of the game. He's had the same upbringing more or less than me, but he's done music as a drive and thought, I'm just gonna do music, and I said, fuck that, done. It doesn't want to be 30 years old and rapping, 40 years old and rapping. No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
If you was to have maybe a quote to tell the young generation as like a way forward for them to live life, what would you tell them if you had the opportunity to?
A quote.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be anything too dramatic. Just something that you believe in, I guess. That you live by.
One word.
Okay.
Consistency. Consistency in everything, right? So for the gym, you have to be consistent to make gains.
Of course.
For music, you have to be consistent to make moves. For working, you have to always go into work and show and try and develop yourself better to get that promotion.
Of course.
In life, it's always about consistency. It's not about routine. Have a routine is great. I can't lie, I've been out of the game musically, physically, everything for a year because I've had to focus on other things. But I've been consistent during my focusing on other things that I haven't had time to focus on music, on the gym, on the this, on the that. But yeah, consistency for me is a big thing.
Okay. Another question towards consistency. Would you say that you have doubts in music careers? Like maybe your own or other people? Has there ever been a point where you're like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore purely because you don't want to do it, or maybe because you feel like you're not good enough to maybe blow up? Anything to do with that? Maybe other ways of overcoming that situation?
That's a good question. Yeah, I doubt myself a lot. I'm my own harshest critic. Like
It's the best way to be.
I believe that the majority of the music that I do release is whack. And I'll have other people telling me, bro, you're brazy, you're hard, you need to be somewhere. And I'll be like, no, bro, that's whack. Like I release something. If it's not the newest release that I've got on my phone, whether it be good or not, if it's not the newest thing, I don't give a fuck about it. I can get dashed in the bin.
Of course.
It took me a year and a half to release the Ardash track. Just because it got to the point where even I'm playing people like yourself that I haven't even known that long and they're going, yeah, bro, this is brazy.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to have to be like, okay, shit, I might have to drop it. But, I mean, for people doubting their own music careers, I'd say don't give up. Really and truly, because it's a hard road, especially when now you grow up and you're doing music and you haven't got success. I've been doing it for time. I haven't got any results, no success. like from 16 to now 21, with success, not success, ups, downs, signed to different. I've been signed to 3 labels, and I've been dropped by 3 labels because they weren't investing the P's, and because they didn't get the results they wanted by not investing the P's, and because then it just gets put on you. The music game is a devil's game. If I said right now, I sign myself to the devil, which means I have to go to hell after the afterlife, and all I have to do is get my contract, get my P's and go. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for £1 million. I wouldn't do it for any money, because there's no point.
Do you have any questions maybe about music for him?
When you go into the studio with your nephew?
I'm going to the studio with your nephew, okay? Very soon. We're in contact at the moment, so
If you're going Wembley, it's probably a weekend you can go.
yeah, go down.
What's your genre of music you're gonna?
I do rap, I do everything on the album. It's going to be a mixture of everything. So it's going to be a bit of singing, a bit of Italian rap, a bit of English rap, a bit of spoken
Italian rap.
word.
Do you reckon you strive more just like going to different genres of like music, or do you think the best way to make yourself get out there is to stick to the same genre?
I feel like it's more
Being versatile.
being versatile sells, but also I've been doing the real rap shit for so long now. It's kind of got to the point where you said doubting yourself. It's kind of like, do I need to venture out and do something else for artist engagement, like do a TikTok song that pops, and then I can start doing the real rap. But then that wouldn't be real to me. I'd be
Yeah.
doing something just for the money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's not something that I want to do. I
More
want
down
to be,
like the authenticity.
yeah, I want to be as authentic as possible, because I don't lie in anything that I write. So why would I have to lie in a song just to get money?
No
For me,
doubt.
that feels stupid. Do you know?
You write it down or you freestyle at the top of your head? Just
Sometimes I freestyle, but sometimes it's also a thing where I have to write down. Like the beat maker will send me a beat. So like, say for example, your nephew sends me a
Yeah.
beat. I say, okay, cool, give me a couple of days and I'll book a studio session. In those 2 days, what I'm doing, I'll be writing 2 songs.
yeah.
So one day I'll be writing a song and finishing it. Whatever the time is, 1 in the morning, 6 in the morning, wherever it is, I'll finish that song, go to sleep, wake up, same time as I would the day before, and write the second song. Like sometimes, some songs have taken me a month and a half to write, and some songs have taken me a day. And they've given me the same result. So it just kind of, yeah, it kind of depends. Sometimes in some songs, when I've gone there and I don't have a full song ready, then I'll have to freestyle, just because it makes sense.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because
But you got to have that sort of to freestyle in case if you do like a gig and you got.
yeah, freestyle a little bit, yeah. In case I get bad reviews, innit? Might have to do that. But yeah.
Have you thought about like staying to yourself in the music and like forgetting about the whole label idea? Because a lot of artists tend to just stick private, do it themselves. For example, Central C, who's made his own like whether didn't need a label, or there's a lot of other artists that have done the same. Or would you think a label was easier to get into the scene?
Cool. If you're an artist that has no financial backing and you have no money, because studios are expensive, music videos, cool. Music videos, £5 minimum. Studio for 3 hours is £100 minimum, so that's £600. To put it on things like GRM and stuff is another
Promotion.
£600,
Yeah.
and then you got to think about the promotion that you got to put in the back end can be upwards of £1,000. So if you think about it, that's £2,000 for one track, and you see artists putting out loads of tracks at one time. It can be very cost efficient and very cost effective. So I'd say for someone who doesn't have a lot of financial backing and they don't want to work for themselves, yeah, a label would be the best route to go to. For me personally, right now, I would rather go independent.
Yeah.
However, because I'm so used to managing and having people managing my Instagrams and YouTubes and Spotify's and whatever, I do kind of feel like I'm a bit lazy now with the whole promotion things and side of things. I've got loads of people who shout at me, I'll do it for you, but I want to learn to do it myself. I want to discipline myself to do it.
Of course.
But it takes a lot of work. Plus,
Yeah.
if you're working in hospitality especially, yeah, you ain't got
Exactly,
much time. You've got your hour break that you could do something in, or you've got your days off where you can do something. But on your days off, you just want to relax. You don't want to be thinking of the other side hustles, but you've got to have the determination and the discipline to do it.
Of course.
That's what I personally believe.
What artists would you want to maybe collaborate with?
Well, I mean, we've got one of my dream artists out of the way.
Yeah.
Not trying to be cocky. We've got one of them out of the way that I always remember when I was in a certain place of life. I'm not going to glamorize it too much, but a certain place in my life for a year and a half. where I had to think about what I wanted to do to get out. And that artist that I was listening to every day, the same song every day, I've collabed with, or I'd had to pick him up. And then there's others that I want to collaborate with. I want to collaborate with Pot Paper, 100%.
Yeah.
Like him, hard. I had M Huncho responded to my DM about collaborating.
Okay.
See what happens. Adele, sounds crazy,
She's
but
just gone
Adele.
into retirement. For
Nah,
that,
we'll get her out of retirement.
100%.
I'm gonna stack my bread so I can get her out of
Get her
retirement. give her half an M. Be like, come on, let's do a song.
Yeah, let's do it.
Gigs.
Okay, yeah.
I think something jumpy with Gigs.
Yeah.
Dave, because he's just a
Lyrical
goat.
genius.
He's just a goat. Like, I will never throw shade. Whatever he's done, whatever he's not done, I don't care.
Would you say his in the top one in the UK, or would you say?
Nah, he ain't the top one
Who do you reckon's the top one?
in the UK.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Okay,
though?
alright,
Because
make it
there's
easier.
loads of things I've had
Okay,
different opinions on.
Top 5 artists in the UK to do with like rapping.
Like lyrically,
You
or are
can-
we talking about how
Your
how they've pushed themselves out in the industry, or how they rap?
It could be. Okay, do it in them 3 categories.
Okay, cool. For rap,
Yeah. This is a hard one.
it's gonna be
isn't it?
controversial. Top Pot Paper. I feel for how he's had to live his life and how he's overcome it, and now he's made. But even before he went jail,
Yeah.
he was a fucking goat. Yeah. So you got Potter, Dave. I don't listen to him much. I used to always listen to Dave, but now in a little bit. But
Yeah.
he's still hard
He's
whenever
still
you play
hard,
him.
yeah.
Dave. Brimzy. Because some of his features are hard. Sench. I'll give Sench up there in the top 5.
Yeah, he has to.
Because he's whatever he's done, and
He's
then you'll hear about it in the
genius.
next category.
Yeah.
Sench, and then I'd have to give it to Slim.
Okay.
I have to give Slim that because of his credit at Joe as well. I have to give him that. For marketing, Sench at the top.
100%.
The way he's made everyone in the ends wear tracksuits and Jordans,
Yeah.
and actually brought Jordans back. Because I'm not gonna lie, before he started rapping, everyone was wearing Air Forces and other Nike shoes and Huaraches and all of that.
That's true.
And now he's brought out the whole make this match with this match with that.
Colour
Yeah,
matching.
colour matching. So Sench at the top. And then I'd go for like people like RD, marketing. I think he's also done great marketing. He's
Yeah.
got some good songs, but it's all marketing. H, I should have added H in that 5 list. Potter's got good marketing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I put the last one to be a bit more. I don't know, man.
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
What's that young Stefflon guy? I put him
Oh
third.
yeah.
The guy, he's got a song with Dave.
Yeah, he's cold.
I put that.
What do you reckon your first, if you was to blow up in the music scene, or when you blow up in the music scene, what do you reckon
Inshallah.
your first investment's going to be?
In the Bell, in Leytonstone. Yeah, corn shit. All jokes aside, I don't know. I think if I got a good first paycheck, I'd have to help my mum out a lot. I think that would be like, honestly, one of my first priorities. I'm not just saying that, I think genuinely I'd have to buy her a house in Italy. Because all praise God, she bought a house here, so I'd have to pay for something in Italy.
Pay it back,
I'd probably make sure some of my family members are good, because you can't accommodate for all.
of course.
And then I'd probably just not know what to do with the rest. I think for the first paycheck I wouldn't know what to do.
Just save.
Just stack it really, and then see if I have an M there I can make a restaurant. Really and truly, or a pub or something. I mean, I know who my first customer would be. My boy! But yeah, really and truly.